Minecraft has a ton of unique and interesting biomes that most people probably have never been to. And in this video, I will show you some of them. And just for fun, I will put these biomes into a tier list. Because how else would we figure out the best biome? So let's create a new world and jump right into the first one. The forest biome. The most common and probably the most iconic biome in Minecraft. This might be because it was one of the first biomes that was introduced into the game, as early as Minecraft Classic. For those who are not as ancient as me, Minecraft Classic was a free game you could play on the browser, which was like a test demo. I remember we were able to play this in school at one point. But it's still super insane to have watched the game go from this to the Minecraft we know and love today. And in Minecraft Beta 1.2, released in December of 2010, biomes were officially added, with the forest being named as one of them. The forest biome has oak trees and birch trees, with them being almost everywhere you look, which can make for a terrible time during the night, because mobs can easily sneak up on you. Honestly, I use birch logs to make charcoal instead, because I never really liked how birch planks looked. You might also get annoyed with building a base in the forest, because you would need to deforest the area first, and then excavate the land to make it buildable, which can take up a lot of your precious time. But now, where do we put it on the tier list? We have to take into consideration that the forest is a piece of Minecraft history, and is probably the first biome you built your base in. But the fact that there is no visibility, and it requires a lot of work to terraform the area, I can't give it S tier, but I think it perfectly belongs in A. Next, we have the desert biome, which was one of my favorite biomes when I used to play Minecraft on Xbox. There is just something about these desert temples that just felt special. Like I was exploring my own version of the pyramids from Egypt. And since there are no trees to block your line of sight, traveling around this biome is much easier, which can help you find places such as desert villages, pillager outposts, fossils, and desert wells. And if you were to clear out some of this sand, you would find that there is sandstone underneath. The desert is also the only place where cactus spawns, which can be used to make green dye. And if you were to stay out during the night, you would see a unique mob called husks. They are much stronger than zombies, and they don't burn during the day. So where would I put the desert biome on the tier list? To be honest, the desert is not that bad, especially if you find one of these structures and make a base out of it. And then honestly, you're chilling. But long-term survival might be challenging because of the lack of trees. And there is no dirt, so farming kind of sucks too. So I'm going to have to put the desert biome in B tier. Next, we have the jungle biome. Another iconic biome that changed Minecraft forever. It was introduced in Minecraft version 1.2.1 on March 1st, 2012. And fun fact, I was 11 at the time, and I seriously thought that the world was going to end in the way shown in the movie 2012. So much so that my teacher had to calm me down during my existential crisis. Now look at me, making YouTube videos for my 2 viewers. So subscribe if you enjoy these kinds of videos. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Minecraft biomes. The jungle has super tall trees that have a lot of leaves around it, which can make navigating the jungle very annoying. But honestly, I like the look of the jungle planks, but a little extra charcoal is nice too. This is also pretty much the only place to find ocelots, parrots, and frickin' pandas. You can find cocoa beans growing on the side of some trees that can be used to make cookies, which is amazing. There are also plenty of melons that grow around the area, which can be a really good food source in emergencies. There is also plenty of bamboo that can be used to make scaffolding, to help construct large builds. And if you journey deep enough, you can find a hidden jungle temple that has some good loot inside of it, but only if you survive the traps. So where do we put the jungle biome on the tier list? As I just mentioned, the jungle biome has a ton of stuff inside of it. Plenty of wood, plenty of food, and plenty of loot. That will be a huge benefit to your playthrough. I would even say that finding a jungle is necessary. But the biggest drawback of the jungle is how hard it is to navigate around the biome. If you are not paying attention, it is very easy to get lost and forget which direction you came from, especially if you get stuck here during the night. And if you were to build a base in the jungle, you would need to put a ton of work to clear out the area first. Destroying trees and flattening the ground could take a very long time. So I'm going to have to put the jungle biome in B tier as well. Next, we have the swamp, another biome that has been in the game since Minecraft Beta 1.8, that released on September 14, 2011. The swamp biome has swamp trees that are made up of oak logs, with vines growing all around it. And the water is definitely not safe to drink from. You could also find witch huts, but I hate fighting against witches anyways. But some things are exclusive to this biome, like blue orchards, vines, and lily pads. Lily pads can be used to walk across water, so maybe you could do something creative with them. Slimes might even spawn at night, but only when there is a full moon. So, where would I put the swamp on the tier list? Well, there is not much here, and it's honestly not the most nice looking biome. I've personally never made a base here, because it just never fit the style of base I usually go for. There is also just not enough to draw me into this biome in the first place. It does not have temples like the desert, or the jungle with good loot, so honestly I will put it in D tier. Next, we have the Savanna. This biome was introduced in Minecraft 1.7.2 on October 25th, 2013. The Savanna biome is made up of yellow grass and acacia trees that look very different from the usual oak tree. One of the best parts of the biome is that there is usually a high spawn rate of mobs, like cows, sheep, and pigs. And when you are ready to build a base here, it won't take that much work to sculpt the terrain to fit any of your needs, because everything is mostly flat anyways. The savanna behaves much like a desert, never having rain, snow, or thunderstorms. So where would I put the savanna on the tier list? It has a ton of animals everywhere, plenty of flatland to build big bases, plenty of wood and resources, and no weather to bother your time in this biome. And the only negative part is probably the looks of it, because it does not pop in color like the forest biome. But I think I will have to put it in A as well. Next, we have the Taiga biome. I honestly never knew the name of this one, but I have always called it the snow biome. Let me know in the comments what you refer to it as. It was introduced in Minecraft Beta 1.8 on September 14, 2011, and the biome is made up of spruce trees with ferns and pretty cool looking dirt. This is also one of the only places that wolves spawn, along with rabbits, foxes, and even polar bears. You can find villages that are made up with the materials found around the area. And every time I ever lived in this biome, I would just build within a village, because it felt less lonely and it honestly saved me a lot of time. But where would I put the Taiga biome on the tier list? The biome has a ton of resources, especially wood, and there are plenty of mobs everywhere. But this biome is similar to the jungle, especially the drawbacks. You can easily get lost if you're not paying attention, because of the reduced visibility, without proper line of sight. And if you were to build a base, clearing out the trees can get kind of annoying, because of their tall height. So I will have to put the Taiga biome in the B tier. And finally, we have the plains biome, and honestly, I think it's one of the GOATs. It has been in Minecraft forever, introduced in Minecraft Classic in 2009. It has very little terrain variation, which makes it super easy to build bases, farms, and honestly any structure you could think of. It also makes it super easy to travel, especially because horses spawn naturally here, along with cows, sheep, and pigs, which provides a good food source early on. There is a very little amount of trees, which makes visibility amazing, so you can see very far away, and it makes it easy to find your way back to your base, especially if you make a large monument. So where would I put the plains biome on the tier list? The fact that you could build anything without having to put in a ton of work or time, paired with the really good visibility, and most of the crucial animals spawning are strong benefits. And if you need more trees, you can just plant a bunch of them in a designated area of your choosing. And then everything is pretty much perfect here. So honestly, I'm gonna have to give the plains biome S tier. And I just want to take a second to thank you for watching this video. I have just recently started this channel because I'm an aspiring app/game dev with the game coming on the way, and I want to build an audience covering the games I grew up playing, learning a bit more about them in every video I make. So like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Let's get this video to at least 30 likes, and I will be dropping part 2 very soon.